I will say this. This is great news for Shedeur Sanders because Cleveland had given the impression, hey, we don't mind having this past weekend. Shedeur Sanders basically, they basically said, hey, you're on this roster. We believe in you. We're going to continue to develop you. We have faith in you, et cetera, et cetera.
I want to know what I have in Shedeur Sanders by the end of the year because, again, Ab, to your point, they're going to have 2 first-round picks. So I think what I would say to Shedeur is every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, that's your game day. You may not be number 2 right now.
Something seismic is happening in Cleveland. With Kenny Pickett officially traded to the Philadelphia Eagles, a brand new door has swung wide open for none other than Shedeur Sanders. For months, analysts questioned his place on this team, labeling him as just another young quarterback waiting for a chance. But now, the opportunity is staring him directly in the face. The Browns, a team desperate for leadership and consistency at the quarterback position, have finally set the stage for Sanders to step into the spotlight. And make no mistake about it, this is not just another depth chart shuffle. This is the beginning of a potential franchise-defining chapter for Cleveland football.
This past week, he really hasn't done anything. I mean, he hasn't gotten in any trouble. I mean, he hasn't been saying the wrong things. He hasn't been a less than a model citizen focused on, being the best that he can be. He hasn't done anything. So I think that when we look at it, he's going in there, he's working hard, he's trying to improve every day. He's saying all the right things, trying to elevate his level of play. And remember, up until this past weekend, we did think there was a legitimate argument that he should have been higher on the depth chart than Dillon Gabriel because he performed better against Carolina than Dillon Gabriel had performed in the preseason game against the Eagles.
The trade of Pickett isn't just about numbers, it's about trust. Shedeur Sanders has been described over and over again as a model citizen. He's not out here chasing headlines with reckless behavior or excuses. He's out here grinding, training, learning, becoming the quarterback he believes he was born to be. And here's the turning point. Stephen A. Smith himself went on record saying this move shows the Browns are ready to believe in Sanders. They're not just getting him reps, they're giving him responsibility. And look, I've been researching about NFL for the last 7 to 8 years deeply, and what I think, this trust is a rare commodity in this league.
I don't concern myself with outside type of things, but I'm committed to his development, just like all of our rookies. So we'll continue to focus on getting our guys better. And that's what we'll stay committed to, and that's what's important to me.
But let's talk about the man at the center of all this, Coach Kevin Stefanski. For a long time, Stefanski has carried the reputation of being a tough critic, someone who seemed reluctant to fully endorse Shedeur Sanders. But according to this video's analysis, something has shifted. Stefanski has recalibrated his strategy, putting his energy and focus on grooming Sanders into the quarterback that Cleveland has long been searching for. And when a head coach makes that kind of commitment, it doesn't just change the player, it changes the entire locker room. Suddenly, this isn't about Stefanski's doubts. It's about his belief that Sanders might just be the future. Of course, there's still a battle brewing. Dillon Gabriel, the young quarterback many see as Sanders' biggest obstacle to the QB2 spot. The comparisons are fascinating, because while Gabriel has flashes of brilliance, the analysts in this discussion, people like Mike Tannenbaum and Nick Wright, have pointed out his limitations.
He's in 3rd percentile in height. It's really hard to have sustained success in the NFL. Drew Brees is the obvious outlier when you are so short. So to me, it's a big risk. You go from 4 quarterbacks, which we've talked about all summer long, to literally for a 40-year-old quarterback to be backed up by a very unproven, very short by NFL standards.
I want to see him. Yeah. And the fact that whatever those training camp stats are worth, and maybe it's next to nothing, it's not nothing, and it's not 0% that they're worth. And every time we show him, he's at least in line with everybody.
Physical size, arm strength, and durability. These aren't minor issues in the NFL. Gabriel may be a fighter, but the long-term picture doesn't favor him the way it favors Sanders. Because Sanders, with his natural tools, his mechanics, his pocket presence, his ability to extend plays, he embodies what a modern quarterback should look like. And Cleveland knows it. This isn't just about raw skill, though. It's about poise under pressure. When you watch Shedeur Sanders, you see a quarterback who thrives in high-stakes situations. He doesn't panic when the pocket collapses. He doesn't crumble when the crowd gets loud. He absorbs the chaos, processes it, and makes decisions that can change games. That's why so many analysts are rallying behind him now. They see the maturity, the composure, and the leadership qualities that separate starters from backups. Gabriel might be steady, but Sanders has the kind of aura that can command an entire offense. That is something you can't teach, and the Browns are finally starting to recognize it. Now let's take a step back and think about the timing here. The Browns are not in a rebuilding phase. They are in a redefinition phase. They already have talent scattered across this roster. Stars you can produce, veterans who can mentor, and a fan base starving for something real. The quarterback position has been a revolving door in Cleveland for decades, but now there's a real possibility of stability. The Kenny Pickett trade wasn't just a move to clear space. It was a move to clear the path. And Shedeur Sanders stands right there at the front of that path, waiting to seize it. This is his crossroads moment.